Hey everyone, Darren here, aka Irish Latino Reacts, Irish on the bottom, Latin American on top, and I just took a 5-minute phone call out in the sun before I started recording, which might have been a mistake because now I'm sweating, but I'm sure you will all forgive me because we are about to watch Season 1, Episode 6 of The Expanse. So first, let's start off with addressing some new comments. Apparently, I was right the first time. Holden was a member of Earth's Navy, specifically the United Nations Navy, not the Martian Navy. And I did get clarification that the UN Navy is the Earth's Space Division, not their nautical one. Makes sense. Now, I did speak the ship that the crew's on as Morn Taki, which I know made everyone cringe. I do apologize. I was finishing a sentence and I only got to see it for a split second. It's not Morn. It's MCRN, the Martian Congressional Republic Navy, and the ship that the crew is on, I believe, is pronounced Tachi. So you guys let me know if I have that one right now. Next, you all taught me that Lopez said he wished he could have seen an ocean on Mars because he knew that the high G's of the accelerating Tachi was going to kill him with his wounds. Got it. I did miss when Amos said that they had a dead Martian in the trunk, but I'm actually kind of glad I missed that line because it made my reaction, I think, all the better and all the more entertaining when I actually did see Lopez getting zipped up into that body bag. Now, one of the comments did say I should stop having favorite characters because they keep on dying, obviously the main example being Shed. But I want to clarify, I never said that Lopez was my new favorite character outright. All I said was I saw the potential for him maybe going either way, potentially becoming my new favorite character in time or becoming my most hated character in time. But, I want to test this theory out. I am officially announcing right now that Alex is my new favorite character. I loved how he stuck with Holden last episode, and I just think he's the driver. So without him, they're kind of effed. So universe, come at me. Finally, apparently the chip that Miller put into his hat in the final scene of last episode, he got from Julie's robotic mouse. And he only thought to look there by seeing the other robotic mouse in the Tech Noir place. Now, I guess the audience should have known that Julie's mouse was a robot because apparently its eyes did glow green before it started running on its little treadmill several episodes ago, though I missed that. My question is, did Miller know it was a robot and just didn't think to look there, or did he think it was real this entire time? Okay, recap of the last episode. I don't have too much new things to say that I didn't already say in the outro of the last video. I still think Naomi knows Fred Johnson specifically. I think that the ship, the Anubis, is carrying stealth technology. The sentence that I did miss last time was, in the wake of the riots, it was advised by the governor to use extreme caution when dealing with any known OPA members. And even if I did catch that the first time, my question would remain the same. Why? But I did realize that I probably got that answer in the later scene with Anderson Dawes. The OPA controls, in his words, most of the grids on the belt: air, power, water. So if that's true, I get why the governor would want to tread lightly when dealing with them. I also think that the governor themselves is not OPA. I'm just, small prediction, I just want to throw that in there. Now, other comments have taught me that there are many different factions to the OPA, from the peaceful ones to ones that are quite radical, bordering on terroristic, which I think is really cool and really realistic. It gives the OPA more depth. So my next natural question is, which faction or factions are controlling the grids? Now, don't answer that in the comments below. And though helpful in the past, I think I'm going to make a disclaimer right now that I do not need any more comments explaining what the OPA is. I think I'm at a good headspace with them to enjoy the show fully. Now, if I missed something about them in the episode I just finished watching specifically, then feel free to enlighten, because I'm sure that's going to happen again. All right, I'm going to end it there, everyone, because I'm just so excited to get into this episode, episode 6 of The Expanse. Let's go.
So why am I being ambushed?
I need to
Christian.
order a spy on Tycho Station
What for?
to keep an eye on Fred Johnson.
Who is
He's
this
always
guy?
charging the Mormons for their toilet seats.
Well, you
Okay.
can't have him.
Why not?
It's worth a lot of money to me.
Yeah, good. Push back. Aquariums are cool.
The answer's
I love
no.
aquariums.
I do my patriotic duty by screwing over Fred Johnson. Isn't that enough?
We're cleared for station dock at Bird C4.
Ros-
Please cut your engines and release
Rocinante.
your guidance systems to Tycho TC.
Acknowledged. Tycho Station.
Well, that's right. Tachi. I don't have to remember if it's Tachi or whatever. It's Rocinante now. So that's Tycho.
Prepare for
Biggest
docking plan
construction platform in the solar system. I wonder if we'll see Nauvoo being built.
James Holden, son of a bitch.
Stay where you are.
Huh.
You're either some kind of genius, Mr. Holden, or you the luckiest dipshit in the solar system.
Why did you invite us here?
You two were the only witnesses to a series of catastrophic events. You could be the key to stopping all out war.
We're not the only witnesses. You were watching.
I've been out of the war business a long time, son. I broker peace treaties these days.
Not exactly what you're known for.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You can put those guns away. Tell the others to come out.
I'm just the messenger.
Huh.
I have half a platoon of pissed off Martian Marines who are just itching for some payback.
Ooh, that's a lie. Does Fred
This
Johnson know
Corvette-class
that?
Martian frigate that typically cruise 30. I only see 2 of you. That tells me that you're trying hard to hide your numbers. Tactically,
He's catching up.
if there were more, as a show of force, you would have brought them out. I'm guessing
Sees
there are
right through it.
4 people left on your ship, and I'm confident that there's no Martian Navy on board. If they
Wow.
were, they'd be out here speaking with me now. You
He's sharp. Gotta give him that.
because you're in charge. At least you think you are. If
Wow.
I wanted to hurt you, I would have broadcast your transponder and your position to the entire system.
Ooh.
You want to continue to play
Smack,
games?
smack. Smack,
Talk
smack.
about how to help each other.
He schooled them wholeheartedly. Wow. Yeah, Miller got jumped at the end of last episode. Ooh, what a kick.
Hey! You can't do that to him.
Oh, Dawes. What's going on,
He's
man?
Dark Helix.
The old EVA helmets used to burn like that. The contacts would coat your skin.
Thanks for sharing.
Not great helmets then.
I had to let that stinking animal Cathari go. Since you weren't interested in him. We're going to have
let him go,
a
huh?
nice long talk, you and I. How long depends on you.
I thought he was harboring him safely. So why would he let him go? Why would he want to be let go? Cathari. Maybe Dawes like pushed him out. That's probably why. Abandoned asteroid mine. I missed the subtitle there. Sorry. But it's an abandoned asteroid mine. Seems like some type of explosion. This person is planting. It's a cool shot.
Hey!
Diogo,
What's
not
the
Diego.
Setting the last charge now, Uncle Mateo.
Time to make some money, basically.
Something's gonna go wrong. Visual effects supervisor. Let's see what you can do. Wait a minute. What? He can just open his helmet like that? He held his breath. Is that even physically possible? I mean, you guys say the physics are, all true on the show mostly. You'll have to explain that one to me.
The Donninger and the Can were attacked by the same class of stealth warships.
You
Yep.
will have to testify
Testify.
to the UN Security Council. It's okay to be a pawn, Holden.
We're going back to our ship now.
I'm afraid you can't go back to the ship. Go ahead, son. Pull it. Bullet will cut right through me. But there'll be countless OPA brothers and sisters standing behind me. They will hunt
they
you to
doing?
the ends of the belt.
What are they thinking, Alex and Naomi?
Holden.
Who's that?
Tell the butcher to call off his men, or I'll have Alex vent his bloody station.
Sir, we have a problem.
He was trying to sneak around, do something to the
What
Rocinante.
did you find at the data broker's place?
Third-grade porn.
Didn't find anything.
Your men, I think they got all the good stuff.
Why did you go back to Julie Mao's apartment?
That's where he found
Come
something.
clean. Really like her shower.
Why do you care so much what happened to this girl?
Taking my job very seriously.
You are the station joke. I did my homework.
Maybe. But Star Helix knows I'm on you, so you want to be careful how far you want to take this.
Should be in the black freighter right now, buying each other rounds.
So you gotta find the
future
chip in the hat?
plans.
Try it on. Your head's big enough.
We are fighting for something precious here, Miller.
Sure.
That was a good line to get him distracted from the hat.
You even think like an Earthen.
You create a bunch of chaos. You stir shit up so you can ride in and save
No
the day,
idea how
right?
close we are. Huh? I am talking about independence.
With you as governor. It's a great idea.
Who's the governor now? I want to meet the governor now of the belt.
That Scopuli disaster is a dead fish on your doorstep.
You keep missing the point.
That's why you gotta make the Mao case disappear.
Huh.
The question is, why you gotta sacrifice her?
Can't believe I didn't see it before. Oh,
See what?
you're in love with Julie Mao.
I don't think that's it. What were you trying to do there, Millers? 3 against 1. Maybe they have history together, like Miller and Julie, that no one knows about. I don't know though. That's one that's hard for me to pick up right now. Okay, these are the asteroid.
Lock down the nest.
Asteroid.
Yeah.
Mateo and Diogo.
Attention, zing along. This is MCRN Scipio Africanus. Power down and prepare to be boarded.
Definitely don't get like what they were trying to do as far as reaping money out of that asteroid, so you guys can live. I mean, maybe that's ice.
Ship is the
Yeah.
Scopuli. That's right. I need this frigate to retrieve the lone survivor, Lionel Polanski.
Who?
It's a code name. We received a set of coordinates from him a short time after the disaster. He would know more than anyone else about what started this and who's behind it.
There's gotta be
Lionel
another ship you can send.
Polanski.
I need a gunship. It's getting hot out there, and the OPA's got nothing like this.
I'll pick up your operator.
You're too valuable as a witness. If you get killed,
The other 3 saw just as much as I did. They'll stay and be your witnesses. We'll all give sworn statements.
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
We're gonna be
Why?
spending a lot of time staring at each other across the dock out there. Let me do this.
Scopio Africanus. Okay, the one who were just talking to the Mateo and Diogo, picking up their ship, boarding it.
Source your transponder. Says she is expired.
I had to replace
Yeah, you Belters always got an excuse. We're gonna have to AO-66 you. When you arrive on Euros, your cargo will be held under lien until your fines are paid in full.
We are just trying to feed our families, okay?
I'll tell you what I'm gonna do for you. Absolutely nothing.
What God gives you the right
Dick.
to life's riches, huh? You set up your zone cells where we can and cannot go. You living belly full with your glass palaces while half my people are starving to death? How is this justice?
You skinnies want to take credit for blowing up the Donager. We'll give you justice with both hands.
What are we gonna blow up your big Martian worship with, huh? Little pebbles?
Have a nice day.
How do you know what's waiting at those coordinates?
I don't.
Neither does Fred Johnson. And when the Philotas hit the fan, he will wipe his hands clean of you. That's assuming it's not a setup in the first place.
Why would he lie
Yeah.
about the Scopuli? Get himself tangled up in this mess. Get out of your ever-loving mind. You think you can trust that guy? Look, I only committed myself.
Fred Johnson offered to crew me up. You guys will be safe here on Tycho till all this blows over, then you can go back to your lives.
Will they?
You're using his crew? How do you know he's not going to space you the second you get out
Because
there?
you're gonna rig the Roxy so it only responds to my command.
For God's sake.
Look, I don't need to
okay.
trust Fred Johnson. We both have a gun to each other's head.
So what is this? Goodbye.
Seemingly,
All that's waiting out there for you is more trouble, more death. Why are you so hell-bent, Holden?
Yeah, I mean, curious what his motivation is, because it's his fault, okay. Oh, he's admitting...
What is?
He's admitting that he sent the signal to HQ.
The distress call in the camp.
Amos.
I'm glad we cleared this up.
I knew.
She did know.
Holden did the right thing.
Why didn't you tell me?
It's hard to see it that way right now, though. What is their relationship? Probably. What is their history, I should say, not relationship. Alex, you're my new favorite.
You should have said something.
So,
I wonder if Naomi's gonna go with
let's
Holden.
talk
Let's
about
see.
Julie Mao.
Is she alive?
She chose to be OPA because she believed that what we are fighting for is just.
You took an innocent kid and you forced her to do your dirty work.
No, she came to me, asked me to help her.
She trusted you. She put herself in your hands because she couldn't see the blood on him.
Good line.
Just like your sister. All right? When like 15,
Sister.
when you let her die out on the belt.
Ooh, what's this about?
Sure.
Some history?
Part of the legend you like to leave out. You're just stupid kids, right? Rock hopping out on the belt. And what? You forgot to check her mag boots or something? She was your sister.
She float away.
Relied on you to keep her safe.
Would you like me to tell you the real story? My sister Athena was touched by the hand of God. The most
Athena, God.
beautiful child in all the belt, the smartest. But she was fragile. Her bones were like chalk from spending a lifetime in 0G. She was never going to recover. An impossible burden for a dirt poor family of rock hoppers.
Huh.
And when she became too ill even to travel, I had 3 other sisters to think about.
Oh, you sacrificed
Our
her?
family was starving.
So you killed her.
And that makes me a monster.
So him and the other 3
There
sisters
was
were
no
not
script to
born?
bury him. So I laid her to rest. Do you know, is possible to cry so hard that your tears turn to blood.
Did not know that.
And living with
So
this pain, I came to realize that I have millions of brothers and sisters in the belt. I even count you among them. As I did Julie and Eartha.
So everybody dies for the cause. Except for you.
Now I tell you the truth about Julie.
Let's hear it.
She's alive.
If she was here right now, she'd spit in your face. You are everything she despised. A belter who preys on his own kind. But voila. Die as you lived.
So was his sister, the one who died, the only one who grew up completely in 0G, where the other 3 and him did not? Okay, they're accelerating, that's why the gravity comes back.
No!
Trying to space him? Oh my god. Oh no.
I'm sorry!
Just giving him a helmet. Put that on real quick. That is so evil. That is... So he still has his asteroid haul? Like, once again, I'm completely confused about what their mission was or how they... Oh man, maybe he shouldn't have put it on. This is probably a worse death right now. Just to float out there until you run out of air.
Carlos de Villa just reamed me out for half an hour. He's a private citizen, Christian. He can't go squeezing his berries.
I politely asked to borrow his spy on Tycho.
Why are you interested in Fred Johnson?
He has blood on his hands and wants redemption. While Earth and Mars throw sand in each other's faces, the OPA rises in the belt.
Tycho spins up asteroids. The Donager was destroyed by advanced stealth warships.
And Fred Johnson is building the largest spacecraft in human history.
He'd have to be siphoning off resources on a massive scale.
The OPA smuggler we captured was carrying stealth composites. That's not a coincidence.
Fred Johnson turned his back on Earth. The OPA killed your son. You sure this isn't personal?
Yeah, that's new.
You're damn right it's personal.
How do you admit it's not personal with that history?
You keep me in the loop.
Of course.
So he's allowing her to get that guy's spy on the Tycho? Is that the conclusion of that exchange? So they're on the Tycho. Oh. Huh. I mean, it's such a massive ship, they gotta have entertainment for the workers.
I'm Daniel. Not interested, Daniel. Tell me, how do they treat you here?
The others say it's better than most.
That bucker, ogling you, he's packing a knife on his left hip.
Thanks.
Alright, that was nice enough. Amos?
I grew up in places like this.
You grew up?
Shot and a beer.
I wouldn't have figured that. Must have been rough.
Closer.
It's fine.
Yeah, I guess you must have been as happy as a puppy with two peckers, right? I didn't mean it like that.
Like what?
I'm gonna stop talking. 2 more, please.
It's an honest...
New favorite character!
It's more honest than most. And you can tell a lot about a place by how they treat their people.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I was married.
Okay.
Out on a run, all I could think about was getting back home. And lying in my bed, all I could dream about was getting back out here. Big Brass said I didn't have what it takes to fly the badass gunships. I will tell you one thing. Flying the Rocinante back there, that was just about the best feeling I've ever had.
Go back with Holden then. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. My favorite character is gonna come along for the ride.
The ship will look like a run-of-the-mill gas freighter. Don't fly too close, but don't try to avoid it.
A lot of Martians gave their lives getting us onto this ship.
In the heat of the battle, they fought to get you off the Donager.
To testify.
Any bodies we need to take care of?
Lieutenant Lopez. He's in the rear hole. He died for us.
I'll make sure his body's returned to Mars. He's a fellow soldier.
Thank you.
Yep. Put respect on Lopez's name.
Relax. You're rigged to fail safe, right?
They try to access any areas that they shouldn't, and the Rosie's core will self-destruct.
Is she coming along?
Let's let them do their thing. We'll go to drink in the crew lounge.
God, I would love that conversation. Yeah, do it.
Charge it to Fred's tab.
Come on, Naomi. Oh, they're having a better time than Miller is. Oh. Yep. I've seen this before. Of course, obviously Miller was on the other end of it. What's he gonna do? Oh my god. Oh. Shit. Do not tell me Miller's going to die. Alright. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Who could it be? Could it be Havelock? I'm not sure how he would know to find. Oh. I'm sorry. I just still didn't catch her name. I know one of you guys said it in the comments. Okay. Cool. Cool.
The man's gonna stop.
I still have no clue what they're trying to achieve, what they were trying to achieve. You will all have to explain it to me in the comments.
You don't need to do this. We'll be okay.
Signal, you are an unauthorized intercept force. Adjust
It's okay, Diego.
Someone will find you out there. We'll be okay.
Someday,
Okay.
things gonna change.
So it was kind of like a,
The man's gonna
it was a
stand up.
kindness to throw him out there. So we got rid of the Hall. So did he use... Okay. Shot it towards the ship that boarded them. Hopefully someone finds Diogo. Ooh, blew it up. Saw it. Oh man, that must be so utterly terrifying. Can't even imagine. Back on Tycho.
Shed. Always generous. Thoughtful. Sometimes a whiny little prick. We're gonna miss you, pal. Wherever you are. I hope no one there needs medical attention.
I'm saying.
To those brave, crazy bastards who got us off the Donager. Hey. A little respect.
I have nothing but respect.
And what's your problem?
Those Marines could have saved themselves, gone home to their families, instead of coming back for us.
Well, it did take some convincing.
I know it was because of you. Why did you come back for us?
Well, you're only there because of me. Would you have come back for me?
At the time, with all those bullets flying?
It's a great scene.
Probably not.
So what are they taking from Lopez's suit? H6-2.
So what's next for Naomi Nagata?
I'm using my last remaining brain cells to try and kill my last remaining brain cells. So let's get to it, shall we?
It's not polite to stare, dude. Oh, yeah, okay. I did see something like twinkling in his eye right before they showed it.
I've never killed anyone before.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Hey, you're all right. It's just a reaction. Drink. You know, every time you remember something, your mind changes it just a little. Until your best and your worst memories, they're your biggest illusions. My advice is you just forget it.
It's an interesting concept right there.
Forget it.
So I know they have some type of history, or I imagine they do from like the first. So, okay, yep. This can't be the first time. No. Yep. Definitely not. Aw, poor girl.
What are you doing?
Oh, did he? Okay, I thought Dawes took it.
Julie's.
Didn't look like he did, so like that makes sense that he didn't. Yeah. Found it in Julie's rodent, robotic rodent. Is that the Nauvoo that is being built by the Tycho?
Oh, spare us a speech.
The ship's ready.
Yep.
Are you? I guess we lost Amos.
I was about to. I bet we'd. Yeah. I was gonna say I don't think we did.
Okay.
Okay. Keep the crew together.
I guess I'll put on some coffee.
Of course. Good idea, Holden.
You people drive a hard bargain.
You got our recorded statements.
We'll bring
Okay.
your Lionel Polanski home, if he's out there. In return, I want you to help me find someone. Someday I'll come to you with a name. No questions asked.
I'll do what I can.
The one that she was regretting not saying goodbye to when they thought they were gonna die on the Donager, I imagine. Okay, yeah, so that was the Rosa Conte. Sorry, I thought it was Nauvoo. Get my shit mixed up. While they're spray painting it on there. Nice. All right. That's Amos. And I know I say spray paint. I know it's not actually spray paint like it is on Earth, but you know, you guys get the idea.
I figured it out. Most of it, anyway.
It's not dormant, it's giving off heat. I'm seeing molecular reactions, vibrational resonances all across the spectrum. Can you hear me?
Look at this thing.
What the hell am I looking at?
I'm looking at,
Yeah.
I don't know, some kind of bioweapon?
Where'd this recording come from?
Phoebe, that's what I think. Phoebe Station.
I meant, where'd you get it?
Julie Mao. She bought that from a data broker. She gave it to Dawes. Dawes crewed up this black bag ship, which vanishes with all souls aboard. And then, data broker ends up dead. Ships start blowing up.
We know who's pulling the strings?
Let's play it through. Scientists on Phoebe discover something big. It would tip the balance of power. The OPA gets wind of it. They send a crew out to steal it. Mission goes south, which leaves someone with a lot of power, a lot of resources, who do anything to keep it quiet, including starting a war. And that man, he holds the key.
We need to get a sample of Phoebe.
Station.
You tell anyone about this?
Just you.
What about
Not
this?
following it completely.
Copies.
No, it's encrypted. You can't copy it.
Okay, secure it.
Erase Detective Miller's case files and cancel all his clearances.
What are you doing?
What?
You're fired.
What the fuck?
Duh.
Oh.
He bought you.
Get out.
Oh.
What are you buying?
Son of a
Police
bitch.
force?
Have it your way. Security.
What does it go for
Wow.
these days? Undying loyalty.
I'm tired of speaking to a child.
You know, I'm tired of
Help Mr. Miller find the door. If he gives you any
Wow.
problems, feel free to shoot him.
What? OPA bought Star Helix. Oh, man. Oh, you conniving little... Ooh. Oh, that's infuriating. Fuck. All right, so crew's on the Rosacante going to find this Lionel
I'm sorry.
P guy. Here's your takeoff coffees, folks.
Taco Control, this is Gas Freighter Rocinante requesting clearance for departure.
I've been saying Rosacante. I'm sorry, everyone. Rocinante. Okay. Lo siento, mi amigos. Even though I am Spanish, I had never heard of Rocinante before this show, what it meant. Hablo español un poquito solamente. So we got the crew together on the Rocinante, but it's crewed up completely by the Tycho station. All right, that was a great episode. Cool, things are heating up. All right, so what happened during that episode? Let's get the Christian stuff out of the way. So we start by seeing her trying to coerce a colleague to give her access to his spy on the Tycho station because she doesn't trust Fred Johnson, and he, as she states, he's building the largest ship in the history of humankind. So the UN has a spy on the Tycho station, which makes sense, but he doesn't want to give him up to her so readily, which I commend him for because, let's face it, Christian has become my least favorite character on the show easily so far. I think that could change. That all being said, the later scene with her boss, we do find out that an OPA member killed her son. And I guess I do understand her vendetta against them a little better, but one OPA member does not represent all. And if we ever do get the circumstances of her son's death, I feel like I can come to a better conclusions of what my feelings are surrounding this situation. And knowing the show, we will get that information. But I believe the conclusion of the scene with her boss was that she did indeed get access to the spy. Yay. Okay, next we'll do the crew. We first get that scene on the bridge between Holden and Amos and Fred Johnson. And oh my God, Johnson schools the shit out of them. He knows they're only a small crew with zero Martians. But then I feel like he tries to stealthily take over the ship, what he thinks is the Tachi still. But Naomi and Alex are staring that guy in the face through the camera. So I don't know how he thought he could get away with that. I also was confused at first during the episode as how Alex would vent Johnson's ship. But thinking about it, he probably just had to detach himself from the bridge, connecting the Tycho with the Tachi, which is now the Rocinante. But that would kill Holden and Amos in the process. Crisis averted, thankfully. So we learned the surprising news that it was Fred Johnson who sent out the scopuli on that recon mission from Ceres. and now apparently there's only one lone survivor, Lionel Polanski, I believe, and he has sent Johnson coordinates of his whereabouts. Now, Johnson wants the Tachi, or the Rocinante, to be the ship that picks this guy up because it's a gunship and things are hot out there. But of course, Holden doesn't want to give up the ship, so he offers / demands that he be the one to pick Johnson's guy up. Long story short, Johnson offers a crew for the Rocinante, but our crew, who is still aboard, thank God, they rig the Rocinante up to only respond to command from, it's either from the 4 of them or just from Holden. I'm not positive which one. We get a couple of awesome scenes over some liquor, one between Alex and Amos, and one between Naomi and Holden, and where they cheers to shed. And I shed a tear. And that's the first tear I believe I've shed over The Expanse, but I'm sure it won't be the last. So finally, Miller. Wow, what an ending. But first, let's start with the Dawes scene at the beginning. Really great acting by him. Really great storytelling. My question to you all is, as long as it's not too spoilery, why is it that just his one sister had such frail bones for living her entire life in 0G? I mean, we all know that Ceres has gravity because it spins, but I imagine there are plenty of places on the belt that do not have any gravity. So why just her to have experienced her entire life in 0G when not the rest of his family did? I'm really curious about that. I'm sure we'll get the answer. Next, I did look up Miller's gal pal's name, and it's Octavia. Really glad I looked it up because that is such a beautiful name. I'm sorry it took me so long to do that. She saved Miller's life, making her first kill, which I'm sure is difficult. And there's obviously some romantic history between the two. And I mean, I got an inkling that there was before this, but that scene really confirmed it. So I'm very excited to get the back history there because we know on a show like this, it's going to come. Now, onto the meat of the episode. I had to go back and watch the scene with Miller and his boss several times, so bear with me here. So it seems that the chip in Julie's apartment contains a video off of Phoebe, the secret research station on a moon or a ring of Saturn. And she tips off Dawes. And Dawes is the one who sends out the scopuli to intercept the Anubis. And we know now that Fred Johnson is the one who sends out the scopuli, but he could have been doing it off of orders from Dawes. So fine. And they assume that because the video said, hey, we got to get a sample off of Phoebe, they assume that the Anubis, which is traveling from Phoebe to Eros, contains a sample. So that's why the OPA wants the scopuli to intercept it. And someone smacks it down. So this person who has a lot of power, as Miller says it, they want to keep this bioweapon that they found under wraps. So I guess that all makes sense to me. What doesn't really make sense to me is like that this person has so much power that they can keep all of like these scientists on this on Phoebe, supposedly a government-run research base, quiet. So maybe this very powerful person is in government, and of course we get the seeming reveal that the Star Helix has been bought by this extremely powerful person. So the corruption runs deep. We'll see how deep it runs. That was a big reveal, and Miller's now out of a job. I didn't talk anything about like those two dudes on the asteroid. I'll leave that for next time. I'm pretty tired. I've talked a lot. So, hey, everyone, if you like my reaction style, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. It really helps grow the channel. And if you want to support me more, please find a link to my Patreon in the description where you can get early access to videos and access to full-length videos. Thank you all so much. I will catch you next time.